I mean, you've collaborated with Coca-Cola, Absolut, Apple, Bentley, and Royal Caribbean. How do these deals usually start? Sure. Is there like is it strategic or it just happen organically?
It's very organic. I mean, we definitely don't reach out to people. People will reach out to us, and it's been such a blessing, that we don't go out there to be like seeking people. So
Yeah.
they come to us and they ask if I want to do a project or not. So basically that's how it worked.
Your work has been collected by celebrities like Madonna, Michael Jackson, and even political figures like Obama and the Dalai Lama. What does it feel like to have that kind of cultural impact?
Well, I mean, for me, it's a huge happiness to know that, my art is part of the everyday of so many incredible people,
Yeah.
out there. And yeah, I mean, it is really special to know that my art, is like, with so many homes and private collections and things like that. It's fantastic, It's a dream for any artist to feel that way. I mean, but there's so much more to be done, you know what I mean? I'm like, there's a lot. So
That's what I love about you. Anyone would have stopped maybe at the Absolute campaign, but from what I see, your work ethic, I can't believe it. What drives that? Because there's so many milestones you've hit in someone that's trying to do art. What keeps you wanting more?
well, I mean, definitely, it is like, how could I not do it if I have an opportunity to do it? You know what I mean? And I definitely, I'm very, you know, in love with my art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's such a great opportunity, as I say. And I think a lot about my past. I think about, I think about the present and the future, and all that together, inspires me to come to the studio and do my art. So, and the team that I have, the team is really special. They're like, I love the idea of having people around me, all the time. And then, so many things happen, so many discussions and inspiration and all that, and friends and travel and so many things. So yeah.
Beautiful. Most people see the color, enjoying your work, but behind this is a serious business machine. How did you learn the business side of art?
Well, I mean, the business side. I mean, I really don't enjoy very much this side of the business side, but it's been a survival. And I think when you do your best, that's what happened. I always do my best, with any situation, with people that's been supporting my art, with collectors, friends, supporters, cooperation, because in the end of the day, relationship is super important. And once you lose that, I mean, it's really bad. So I went to the as far as possible to make sure that I don't lose, respect from those people
Got it.
and my friends and things like that. And I think that, relationship is everything. So, and that's, goes along. You try all your best, and here we are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I used to show my work in the streets of Miami. Yeah. But that means the end of the day, if you do your best every day, maybe somebody next to you is not going to see your value, but somebody else will.
Of course.
That's one thing about the world that we live today. There's so many people that can make a difference in somebody else's life. If it's not me, can be 1,000 other ones out there. But in the end of the day, I always tell people, don't cut yourself short, not doing a good job, because if you do a good job, people are gonna want to have you.
Mhm.
But if you don't do a good job, how you gonna show to somebody next to you that I have a potential to help you, and I'm here, and that person's gonna want to hold you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Holding me, like keep you, do anything to keep you. But if you don't do a good job, the person next to you gonna say, you know what? I think you need to go to the next stop. Do you know what I
Of
mean?
course.
So you need to make sure that the check depends on you. If the body depend on you, you like don't need it. You don't need it. You need to make people need you in a good way. Like, if I'm very helpful to whatever I am, and then people's gonna want to help to keep you. If I do a good job with the whatever, for a collector, I don't, I do more than less. That's the idea.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. So, at what point in your career did you realize that this is more than art; it's a brand? Because your mind of branding is I can't think of anyone else that's done this.
I actually never thought about my art
Yeah.
as a brand.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Got
mean, a lot of people say, "Oh my God, you're a brand, you're this, you're that." But
Yeah.
in the end of the day, the more I think about, yes, I mean, like, there's family names out there. That's a
course.
brand. If you
Correct.
can hear what
Personal
think about,
brands. You're
Rockefeller,
yeah.
like so many names.
Yeah.
But I never really thought, okay, I'm doing my art. I'm gonna be a brand like
Okay.
cars. You know what I mean?
Organically.
It just happened. Actually, I have a very interesting conversation with someone that I became friends, and then he ended up becoming the CEO of the organization.
Yeah.
His name is Lucas, and then he said, "Oh, Romero, you're a brand." I was like, "God, I don't want to think about it as a brand. I'm an artist. I mean, like
Yeah.
I do paint. I'm very lucky that people relate to what I do.
Of course.
Because if they did not, I wouldn't be here sitting right here next to you here talking about whatever you ask me."
¿Te gustó? Bueno, aquí te tengo el episodio completo. Haz clic aquí para ver el episodio completo de este episodio de Cómo piensan los millonarios y no te olvides de suscribirte al canal.